What it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. This is the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,100 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. Today, I am joined by architect/photographer, the wonderful Black Burton. Hi, Blake.
Hey, Ash. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome.
Awesome. All right, Blake, to start things off, let our audience know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
Well, I live and work here in Atlanta. I'm a full-time architect. I do photography on the side, the occasional gig here and there, and mostly personal projects. But really love the city that I live and work in. I'm excited to see the growth of the city and to be able to experience it and document it.
Yeah. So, as a kid, Blake, what was your dream career? What was your dream job that you wanted to do?
It was architecture from very early on. I remember when I was, 8, 9 years old, I was drawing home plans and, showing my parents, like, all right, Mom, Dad, this is the modern home that I'm going to live in one day. And, look at this awesome pool house I did, that sort of thing. So I knew early on that was something that I really wanted to do. And I was, fortunate enough to be able to achieve that.
Yeah. So how did photography come into the fold?
I felt like it was a very close relationship to architecture. It's about composing space and using light however you want to. And I thought that the two things were very similar in that regard. And, when I used to travel when I was young with my parents, they would bring the camera and I would be like, can I have the camera? Can I have the camera? And, that sort of sparked my interest. And when I was in high school and college, I started taking some classes to get a little bit more serious about it. And it kind of opened me up to new avenues and new methods and just kept it as a creative outlet. And, while I was doing architecture school and eventually architecture work, it became more of just like a, full-time, free-time hobby, if you want to call it like that. So, again, I felt that they were very closely related, and it was something that I've stayed very passionate about.
Now, as you were venturing into the world of photography, did you have any challenges, or were there anything that in particular that maybe kind of stumped you a few times?
I think, and particularly for this project, the Ponce City Market project, it was convincing, the building owners and the powers that be that what I was trying to do, what I was looking for, and sort of the vision I was trying to get across. And, I didn't really have a big body of work at that time. It was more of just like, can you please just trust me? and I could show you some example images. I'm not really sure where this project might be headed, but trust me, I want to do something that people are going to like, and hope that you guys like it as well.
Awesome. All right, you guys, so we're going to take a brief break. We come back. We're talking more with Black Burton about the Ponce City Market book and these amazing shots that he got. So you guys, hang tight. We'll be right back. Did you know that some foods can cause weight gain, body aches, and extreme fatigue? These are just some of the symptoms of food intolerance. Well, what is food intolerance? Food intolerance can occur when the body cannot properly digest certain foods. This can result in acid reflux, migraines, and so many other painful issues. How do you find out what foods are causing this irritation? It's easy. Pinner Test. With 500,000 satisfied clients worldwide, Pinner Test is the #1 way of identifying foods that may be causing discomfort. This simple at-home kit is easy to use with results usually within 2 weeks via email. It's that simple, all right? What are you waiting for? Go visit pinnertest.com and use my special promo code AshSaidIt for your discount today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We are chatting with architect/photographer Black Burton, and we're talking about the new Ponce City Market book. So, Blake, how did the idea for this project come about?
So it started back in 2010. I was working for the city of Atlanta, and when I was part of the crew that was going to that building when they started to clear it out, I would take my camera gear with me and start exploring the building. Every day I would check out a new space or after a new floor. And at that time, I felt like I had an idea for a book, but that it wasn't quite fully fleshed out. But early on, I was thinking, wow, this would be a really cool sort of coffee table book project. And once Jamestown, the new owners, purchased the building, I went to them and asked them if they would allow me to keep coming back. And that I told them I wanted to keep building this body of work of this transformation and this, great project here in Atlanta. And so 2010 eventually turned into 2016, and I had made dozens and dozens of trips and felt like I really had that body of work that I felt like could turn into a good book project. And so to answer your question, 2010 is when I really started to think about making this into a book project.
Wow, that is amazing. and that's over 6 years, going through, were you going at specific days, specific times?
It varied. Sometimes the folks over at Jamestown would give me a call or shoot me an email if something significant was about to happen, like a major construction milestone or something. And then other times it was just at my convenience. I would email them in the morning and ask them, hey guys, do you mind if I come by today at like 5:30? And they'd be sure. Yeah, we've got an hour or so if you want to walk around. And so there wasn't any real structured visit. It was more of just a couple days, maybe a day heads up. If I wanted to come by and take a look at something.
Wow, that is pretty awesome. You've got, like I said, just amazing shots and angles and understanding that and knowing how to frame certain shots. It definitely takes some skill. I would say that.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
What would you say has been your proudest moment since publishing this project?
I think when I finally got the notification from the publisher that, yes, we want to publish this. And because I dealt with plenty of rejection leading up to that.
I imagine, yeah.
So it was a pretty difficult time. And, all we needed to do is just find one publisher who agreed to it. And luckily we found that person. So I would say when we got that notification, it was definitely a cause for celebration.
Yes. What takeaways do you want audiences to get from this book?
I think I hope people don't see it as just a photography book. I see it as a celebration of architecture as well. There's plenty of times throughout this project when I was, going back and forth, putting my photographer's cap on and my architect's cap on and sort of approaching it from those two different perspectives. And so I hope people look at it and sort of appreciate, the building and the space and the effort that it went into to transform it. And then also with the historical essay by Jerry Hancock, I hope people can start to realize what fabulous history the building has that, most people may not know about.
Yeah. Last but certainly not least, Blake, what advice can you offer to anyone that, similar to you, went into an industry, but also got that little scratch for photography on the side, maybe a hobby?
Right. I'd say just stay motivated, find something that you're really interested in, and keep pursuing it. There's plenty of opportunities out here, especially in the city. And I think, if you stay driven and want to do something, then you just have to keep pushing for it, and you'll get there.
Awesome sauce. Blake Burton, Blake, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you very much. Let our audience know. No, thank you. Let us know the best way to get in contact with you and, of course, to get this book.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to my website. It's www.blakeburtonphotography.com, and there is a link for the book on my website. And also, if you're here in town, the book is actually for sale at Ponce City Market. It's in the Postman bookstore right in the courtyard. So feel free to come on by and check it out.
Cool. I'm going up to City Winery tonight, actually, so I may need to go through there and pick up that book.
Yeah, swing on by.
Certainly. Well, Blake, thank you so much for joining us today. Much more success to you, 2018 and beyond. And
thank you so much.
Thank you for putting our city on the map in a good and positive light. Certainly appreciate
Happy
that
to do
one.
it.
And I thank you guys for all of your love and support. Thank you for supporting this movement, which is ashsaidit.com. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is way better. Until next time, you guys.